Jesus was first single to mingle. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. My name is Chris Bailey. Glad that you're here as we start a new series. Christ's Method Alone is where we begin right now to understand Jesus' mission to the needy. If these studies and the series is a blessing, please do two things. One, subscribe to this channel, and two, smash the like button. That's what will extend the reach of the gospel. With that said, let's go and look at Jesus, and we're going to look at him in 5 different phases to understand how he ministers specifically to those of us. Notice how I did not say them. Those of us who are in need. You know, when you look at Jesus here in John chapter 5, here he is now in the midst, singularly focused on mingling with those he's come to save. In John 5:2, it says, "Now there was at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, of blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water." Now we see where Jesus is. And we're not talking geographically, but looking at the area and the atmosphere of where he is, the kinds of people that we find him with. He goes up to Jerusalem, and he's not at the temple in this story. He's in the midst of hurting, broken, lame, leftover people as far as society is concerned. He's in the midst. Even in verse 5-6, a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. And when Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he saith unto him, "Wilt thou be made whole?" So this is interesting. Here we see Jesus not just physically connected to those who are around him, but he's also mentally. It's not really revealed whether or not this was a prophetic inspiration for him to have insight into this brother's condition, or maybe he was just known around town for his situation. It doesn't explicitly say it in the verse, but what we do know is that Jesus knew. And it's in his knowing that draws him first now to be in the midst and among those who need him. So now when you take this physical revelation of Jesus's mindset, look at God's mindset even back in Isaiah chapter 57. It says, "For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the spirit of the contrite ones." Love this verse. This verse doesn't take anything from the divinity of God, and it doesn't take anything from Jesus Christ as his son. But what it's showing us is that, yes, I am God and there is none else. But I also don't just look to dwell in this temple, but to dwell amongst those with me in this temple, to be with those even who are contrite, who are broken, who are set apart. For whatever reason, God's desire is to mingle, and his single focus is not just to be by himself. If that were the case, there'd be no Genesis 1 and 2. He would not have said, "Let us make man." If he was fine with just being alone, God wants to mingle, so much so that he gave us his son, and Jesus seeks now in John, and he seeks here today to mingle amongst us, to begin the process of meeting our needs.